Hello everyone! Welcome back to my channel Mystic Watch, and today we got a brand new video. We're going to be breaking down the new Adventurer Ban. And the reason we're going to be doing this is because on Facebook, Netmarble released a post with this. So this is the flash shard, character image, character art, whatever, of the Coin Shop Ban. We were expecting this unit to come out next week, but this pretty much, I don't want to say it confirms it, but it pretty much solidifies that there's like a 85% chance that we're getting Ban tomorrow. It also is going to let us know if Ban is going to be a banner or not. And the reason this matters is Ban is the first exclusive coin shop unit to come out on JP, meaning he was never summonable and you needed 5 platinum coins or 5 SSR coins for you to be able to purchase him. Now, if he comes out on a banner, you'll be able to summon him, but keep in mind that if they do this like they did Escanor on JP, Escanor, Coin Shop Escanor came out in a banner, and then once the banner left, he was, relegated to the coin shop. He was never on the general pool of characters, but he was there for the one banner, and that was it. Coin shop only afterwards. That's what we're expecting here. And if Ban does come out tomorrow, it is definitely a must summon, because he's amazing, and we're going to be breaking down exactly what he does today to show off a little bit of why you actually want him. So we're going to be doing a full breakdown, overview, analysis, whatever the heck you want to call it, where I go over the character, talk about why they're good, and I'll give you the team to run him on as well. So we're going to be starting off with his passive. Decreases all enemies' HP related stats by 10% at the start of the next turn if the hero doesn't take damage. Simple enough, if he doesn't take damage, this effect goes off. HP related stats are recovery, regeneration, lifesteal, and HP. Lifesteal, that's not, I don't know, I had a different thought in my head and then HP is the most important one. Reducing their HP by 10% actually matters. But the thing is, this passive rarely goes off on PvP, so it's pretty much overlooked most of the time. I wouldn't worry too much about it. That's not what makes Ban so good. What makes Ban so good is this move, Snatch. If you guys have used this Ban before that's already in the game, this is probably going to give you a good basis for what the new Ban does. He applies damage and then extorts and takes 20% of attack and defense of a single person for a turn. Now this Ban, Coin Shop Ban, takes all 3 players. It is an AoE snatch. Doesn't do damage, but it takes all the stats, 20% attack and defense from all 3 enemies, and adds it to himself, making Ban hit like a truck, barely take damage, and then on top of that, it makes his opponents take more damage because they lost their defense and deal less damage. So this is, when this Ban came out, it was GG if you didn't have him. You know, for PvP, or you just get wrecked by him. And on top of that, he's amazing in farming as well, because he's AoE, and then he has this snatch effect, which makes it easier for you to clear. First move is just damage, right? It's AoE whip move that does 150%, which isn't that high of a multiplier, but it's full AoE, plus the fact that his stats are going through the roof every time he does this. And then level 2 applies lifesteal, and level 3 applies lifesteal, making him very easy to sustain himself. If he doesn't get nuked, he doesn't really die. So that is what makes this Ban so cancerous. And then his ultimate down here is, so without Jericho, is this 350% extorts 50% for 2 turns. And then the same thing here is it just adds a 50% multiplier, right? His multiplier scaling isn't that insane. I wouldn't worry about feeding dupes into him. If you guys watch that video, I specifically mentioned don't really feed dupes into this guy. For his recommended gear, definitely want to go attack, defense gear, and then just the regular standard substats. That's going to be, the main thing as to what he does. So here on JP, I have this Ban open. We're going to be taking a look at all of his moves. This is is Snatch. Oh man, that's so good. You can see here that it gets applied as a buff. So if they freeze you or petrify you, that buff gets removed. Keep in mind. And when this buff gets removed, the opponent gets their stats back. Oh, can I not look at stats here? Man, that who's cooking food upstairs? Thank you. Okay, well I can't look at stats. So here we go. Level 3. And then that little debuff right there is the fact that it's probably really hard for you guys to see. So let's make it like this. So it's hard to see, but there's a little debuff right there that shows that, oh my god, someone please! I just want to record a video. My goodness. Okay, this is his passive applying here with the HP related stats going down. Now let's take a look at his ultimate. There we go. Take the heart out. We eat it a little bit. Oh, okay, he doesn't eat it. But... and next. This is with Jericho. It's actually been a while since I've seen this. Ban is so cool. And that was significantly worse than solo Ban's stats. Whatever. Okay. So that's going to be really it for this. And what we're going to do is let's show off what this Ban does in game. Keep in mind that I'm going to lose. Simply because... actually, we won't take it to a PvP. Just because I'm going to get brutally murdered and it won't show off what's going on. Because Ban has fallen out of like meta. So we'll go here. We'll go to this stage right here. And we'll show off this Ban. I'm going to use whatever team. This is okay. So we'll go pick up the Ban. Ban. The main thing is that he falls off after like 2 months into the game, just because other people come out. So I haven't invested into him. He's still like decent. He's still usable now, but he's not like the top most broken person. So I don't want to give you guys any false thing like, you know, he's going to be the most broken character for the next 6 months. No. If anything, that's going to be this go through when he comes out. And we'll just throw you on. Whatever. I don't really care about that. So let's give you here. Give you an attack set. And we'll just show him off. That's really it. So this is the hardest of the boss stages. You know, the Chapter 6, the Extreme. This is what gives people most trouble, since it's like the easiest kind of content to replicate. I thought this would be a decent example. Let's actually swap back over here and show off how he looks in an actual fight. And what I'll do is, I will do a PvP video on him later, where I just get railed, but for now this is fine. So let's show off level 1, what he can do against this stage. Let's do this instead. Zanachi. And you can see they do negative damage to me. They barely do damage. And I want to show off his actual stats to give you an example. But there we go. So you can see here that I have gained 9,000 attack and 4,000 defense. Keep in mind that I had 10,000 attack to start off with. So I doubled my attack while doing this. And it just makes it so much easier to deal damage when they have this debuff on. Give me more bond cards. Okay. The stupid buff is gonna move itself. And there it is, of course. Oh, man. Okay, guys, no cooking allowed. Please stop. We hear this from, you know, across the entire world. Thank you. Oh my god, it's still going on. What does someone gotta do to get my house not to burn down, please? Thank you. Man, I really want to show it off with the match. Let's, for the love of God! I just want to make some content. Okay. So, well, we'll just do it anyways. That's fine. Even without it, it's not much, but you can imagine how much more it would be when I have double the attack stat. Though, also keep in mind that if you kill the player that has the snatch effect on, you lose it. Down. So 1, 2, 3. Boom. And we wrap it up. Okay. So, hopefully that gave you a good idea of what this Bond looks like. This is going to be the ideal team for him when... not the Merlin. Merlin is just random. You can throw on a Guild Thunder in the back, or really anyone. The main team is Gowther, King, Bond. Gowther is not out yet, so for a replacement, let me actually... Let's take a look. What would be a good replacement for this Bond? Bond. Yeah, at the top now. Man, it's so hard navigating this. Okay. I wanted to this. So team-wise, a good replacement for the Bond, for the Gowther. That's out. You could just run the DN, to be honest. Like, if you have the free-to-play DN, that's perfectly fine. Like, this will be a solid team. Ideally, you want someone red to kind of round out your build, but this is going to be pretty good. Because DN and King are being run a lot, Bond is a really good counter to them. And that's it. Hopefully that explained a little bit as to why this Bond is so good. Went over the stuff with you. If he comes out tomorrow, don't hesitate to summon. He's going to be a really good pickup. And that's it for now. I'll see you all next time. Peace out.